Alright, let's do this. You gonna start with full sleeve or what is this on black sleeve?
Nice. Time to sit down for the day.
Yeah. What do you want to start with?
Oh, it's been long. Let's do the Blackbeard.
Blackbeard it is.
Los Muertos. I love the day.
You love the dead?
At least the day of the dead.
They're
That's
the
a
only
fun
people that
day.
love you back.
Right? Living people don't like me.
Yeah, I'm not big fans of us. Do you want to
Fuck
that?
this kid.
Pour that one over there.
Of course. I'm good at this.
Alright, while you do that, I will introduce myself. My name is Ravpal, and this is my good friend. You can also say your name.
Reuben Man.
Reuben Man. Or Man.
Yeah,
right?
that's the white way.
I keep it cultural, bro, alright? We're all about the culture here. Welcome to Class Conversations. This is more for us to just chill out and drink beer, so...
And do some creative stuff, you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't know how technically creative this is, but...
Well, we're basically just sitting down and drinking beer and talking like we normally would.
Living the dream.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. We'll realize how good it is as we get on to the next one, and this gets lower and lower. Okay, awesome. Okay. You were there with me today, actually.
Where?
The therapy dog today at the
university.
university. Yeah. Did you actually pet it? Like, did you sit down and pet it?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
What do you think about that? What's your opinion on
on what exactly?
Like the fact that like do you think that works? Like, it helps a lot of people? Because you know because what we learned was these therapy dogs, they're this one in particular, Cole was it, right?
Cole. The black lab.
Cole, the black lab. Yeah. So Cole in particular isn't like trained to be a therapy dog, right? It's just like a certain type of dog that the owner brings in, and then they're like, hey, like, you pass his test. Like, what were they saying? Like, if he's...
They're saying that these dogs are more chill. Like, let's say, for example, someone came up and pulled their ear, they wouldn't go nuts or something. You know what? They're chill dogs.
Oh, okay.
And I asked her how they judge that, and that's exactly how she said they judge it, right? They're just chill dogs that are calm. I mean, if the dog is irritated, how is it supposed to calm you down?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So that's what she was saying. There's no real scientific basis to it, right? It's just like they're chill dogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the guy to, like, in the test, like,
try it?
the way you said it, like, all right, dog comes in for the test, the first thing we do is just, like, yank its ear.
Let's prod this one. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, just, like, poke it or whatever they do. And then the dog's like, yo, I was chill until you started doing this shit. I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. I would love to have one of those things, like, just in with me and, like, during the exam or something like that. And I was saying to her, I was like, do you do that with people? And they're like, people request it, but I don't know if they actually can do it or not.
No, obviously not.
That'd be sick, though, man. If you have, like, serious anxiety, like, sometimes when I go into tests, I feel like that. Like, I'm always really anxious.
Seriously?
And, yeah, I get it, man. Like, I get mad. Even if I'm really prepared, like, that happened to me, like, actually one of my midterms this year. Every year it happens. Like, I'll be like, man, I'm super prepared. Even when I'm sitting there, I'm like, I knew this. And I'm, like, so, like, freaked out. But the best feeling is when you have that first question or whatever, and it's like, it's like 10 out of 10 question. You're like, boom. Then the rest of it, you're like, I got this, right? But when it's like, you know, even if it's like a 2-mark question and you go into it, you're like, oh shit, like, I don't remember even seeing this, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, it could just be worth no marks, and it's like, whatever.
Is this the right class?
Yeah.
Did I study
this
chapter? Like,
oh
what the hell is going on?
Man, one time, me and Ramsey, I think it was first year, like, going into our biology.
Shout out to Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey Johnson, shout out to Rams. Our first year biology midterm, right? No, final. It was a final. We were killing it all year, right? Like, just getting, like, solid grades, right? Because it's just basically grade 12, like, high school biology again, right? Yeah. And so we're just like, all right, like, going to the final. Like, we don't care. It's our last final. We're like, we're going to kill it, right? Study a little bit. Going to the final, I'm sitting there, and it's, like, all this stuff on, like, taxonomy, right? And, like, taxonomy. Yeah, and I literally had never seen it. Did not study it during the entire course of the year.
The problem with taxonomy is that it's all memorization. It's pure memorization.
Yeah. And I hadn't looked at it since high school. Yeah. So I was literally like, oh shoot, right? I was like, oh, okay, it's just one taxonomy question. Next page, 2 more taxonomy. Oh shoot, right? Flip the page. Dude, 1/3 of the exam is taxonomy. It was
that's ridiculous. A big portion of first year, right?
Yeah. Of the second half, right? That's what the test was based on. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was choked. I came out, I was like, man, like, I just, like, failed it, right? And then I came out and I was like, yo, Rams, like, how'd you do? And he was just like, dude, did you study taxonomy? I was like, oh, thank God. Like, yeah, that stuff killed me, man. That's the same way. At least, like, going into finals, I think, like, you know, having that little black lab on your lab or something.
I never worry about exams, though. I just walk in, I'm like, if I know it, I know it. If I don't know it, I don't know it. I don't let stress of an exam get to me, dude. Not at all. Not at all.
I can't say that. I wish I was like that, man. Like, I don't, like, freak out, like, oh my God, my entire life is on the line or shit, right? But I stress out, like, that I'm not...
In a way, your entire life is on the line.
No, see, like,
well, if you hype it up like that.
I guess you can, right? It's like, you know, it's not going to dictate, like, everything, every moment of your life, but it affects it, right? Your overall. But the way I am with it is, like, I'm always scared that I'm not going to get the mark that I deserve. And I feel like that almost always happens. Like, unless, like, you know, I'm not prepared, then I'm like, okay, whatever, right?
When I go in there and I get, like, whatever, 65, I'm like, yeah, I probably deserve worse. I did all right.
See, I'm usually like, all right, like, 65, right? Even if I'm like, oh, I should have got a 66, like, even if that's all I studied or something like that, I'm like, shit.
I feel you.
I don't know. That's just the way it works with me.
Cool. Well, back to the black lab therapy dog thing. I think it's awesome, and I think that dogs are just calming influences, and they're chill. Who doesn't want to pet a dog? They're goofy, they're chill, they're fun to be around, right?
Dude, totally.
So I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
They make you feel like that. Let's say you had an awesome friend that was just goofy and funny all the time.
And you're
that's your therapy homie, man.
Therapy homie. Therapy homie.
Straight up. So
we can do it.
I think that's it. I think that's what it's all about. As long as you're any stress relief, right? I think that's awesome.
Just something you feel comfortable around, right?
Yeah, dude, that park program. I mean, the university picked it up. CTV, or I don't know if it was CTV or Global. They did in Vancouver. They did a story on our program at UBCO.
Oh, really?
So that's amazing.
I didn't even know that. I honestly like just found out about it like today.
Oh, dude,
and the lady told me she's like the last one is on Friday or something. And I'm like, I kind of want to go. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, they have 10 dogs come in, and like you can spend like all day like or however long you're there, like just with one dog.
Is it the collegiate that they go to?
They're in the EME, I think. So in the engineering building.
No, that's tight. That's tight.
Yeah.
When I had my dog Odie here, I was like, Odiferous. Yeah, shout out to Odie.
Yeah.
But like when he was here, I was considering like if he lived with me, my parents didn't come back or something, and I kept him, I would definitely enroll him in the bark program.
I would bring him. He'd be good to go.
He would.
Yeah,
he's
pretty dope.
Would love Odie.
Yeah.
He's so
pretty
cool.
chill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'd be good to go. That'd be sick.
But yeah,
those dogs like got it good, man. Like they just like get like scratched down the entire time, like
and for the girls, bro.
I guess girls do love dogs.
Oh.
Yo, I'm gonna get hate from the internet for this, but fuck cats. I'm not a cat person.
Dude, I'm so with you.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
They don't come when you call their name. You know what I mean? Like, they'll scratch you. Like who?
They don't give a shit.
You don't know what they're thinking. With a dog, if I know Odie's pissed at me, he's gonna be pissed at me. He's gonna be telling, yo, I'm gonna bite your ass. With a cat, they're gonna come up to you, like sneak by and scratch your ass. Like
some splinter shells.
Yeah.
Shit, it's insane. I know, I'm not a big fan of cats. They freak me. I'm not gonna lie, they freak me out a little bit. Just how they can like turn and like you can't.
Well, they can't turn their heads.
Dude, they're like all bendy and shit. Did you see that like GIF? I call it GIF. Let's get it out in the open right now. I call it a GIF, not a GIF.
I'm GIF too.
GIF, okay, Matt. A lot of people think it's a GIF.
GIF for life, bro.
GIF for life, alright. GIF for life, yeah. There's like one of like
it's a G, man.
How a cat like lands and shit. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like just the way they like turn in the air, like they're upside down, right? And
they always reorient.
Yeah, it's just the way they reorient. I'm like, that's not some like earthly shit. Get out of here. Like I'm not a big fan of it. Dogs, you drop them, they're like, ah shit, why'd you drop me, right? Cats like, I'm gonna fucking murder you because they land on their feet. Freaks me the fuck out.
I feel you.
Right?
I don't know. I just know that a dog is my homie.
Yeah.
And a cat is my enemy.
Yeah. Cats do not give a shit about you, man.
And you know what's bad about cats is that it's so rare to have a chill cat. Mm-hmm. One that'll just let you come up and pick it up and mess around with it, right?
Yeah.
Most of them are little prissy little things, you know?
I had some like buddies who had like, all their chill cats were really fat though. They were like, they didn't give a shit. They're like, but
they're even worse though. Those fat lazy ones.
Yeah.
Like, you slob.
Who drink something? Right? Yeah, I like dogs, man. Like, I kind of wish I grew up with one. My mom's like straight up told me that she's allergic, right? And we believed her for the longest time.
Oh.
Right? And she's still adamant about it, but I went to like one of my uncles. I was like, she's like, oh, why don't you guys get a dog, right? When they picked one up.
Yeah.
And he was like, or we were like, oh, mom's allergic, right? We can't have a dog. And he's like, I grew up with your mom. She's not allergic to dogs, right?
Right.
And like, I was relatively old, right, at this point, and I was just like earth shattering, and everything was just like, she lied? No way, right? She just didn't want a dog. She's still like, she's adamant. She's like, oh yeah, I'm allergic. I'm still allergic. I'm like, that's some BS. I don't trust you at all anymore, right?
Whoa, for what? For a dog?
Yeah,
you know, toy poodles are hypoallergenic. Odie's hypoallergenic.
Yeah,
You get a toy poodle and be like, yo, what are you gonna say about this now?
Yeah.
It doesn't shed either, so don't complain.
No, there's no way she wouldn't have it, man. She's all like, no, she wouldn't let us. She was dope, but no dogs. No dogs for us.
All good.
Back in India, we had some dogs.
Don't worry, man. I'll bring Odie again. It's all good.
I think bingo differs, man. A Jeep.
That's funny.
Yeah, at least. Oh, yo, did you hear about that flight crash, man? On a sadder note. Did you hear about this? The other day. This
Don't tell me it was Malaysia again.
No, it wasn't. It
No
wasn't
offense.
Malaysia. It wasn't Malaysia this time.
Okay.
I guess that's the silver
Oh
lining.
wait, are you
if
talking
could
about the
find-
Hollywood one? What's his name? Harrison or something? What was
Harrison
that?
Ford?
Was that him?
No. This one happened. That one happened a little while ago.
Okay.
Harrison, man, how brutal is that one? He was literally like less than a block away from landing back on the airstrip.
But he's cool, right? I didn't
I
pay
think he's
attention,
good.
man.
I
I
think
was
he's
busy when that happened. Like,
yeah, I think he's good. That was like the small plane, right?
Yeah.
Those things trip me out too. But
so he's chill. Okay, that's
yeah,
good,
he's
that's
fine.
good,
But this
that's
one,
good,
like
that's
this
good.
one just happened, and it's like brutal, man.
Where?
Like it sucks.
Where
like,
was it?
They were leaving from, I think it was Barcelona, Spain, to like, what is it? What's that place in Germany? Like Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf? I say Dusseldorf. I don't know.
Dusseldorf, Dusseldorf.
Any Germans out there, let us know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, they were on their way there. So, well, I guess what they just found out recently is like the plane was, I guess they were like, they had just left or whatever, and they were like on their way. And so what they realize now, right? Because it crashed into the side of a mountain, right? Like they descent so much, right? At first I thought there was like, and they might still think this, like the cabin pressure, right? Like they couldn't get air, right? It became like depressurized, so they came down to where the air was, but that's also where the mountains are, right? And it's like, and like no survivors, super brutal. But
no survivors,
dude, it's insane. Like it's so like as far as you know right now, it's like it's crazy, man. They were going so fast too.
Hold on. They went down because they had no air.
They don't really know yet, but here's
okay.
like the weird thing that like really tripped me out, right? And then it's like, you know, you get all this stuff in your head, you like conspiracies or whatever, but it's like it's obviously gonna be something like just random human error or something like that. Most of the time that's what it is. But
yeah, that's my discussion every
It-
time. Human error. My results made no sense. Human error. Wait,
lab
no. Was it
discussion?
human error?
Yeah. Yeah. So like I guess like from like the flight data recorder or the black box or whatever they call it, they could tell that one of the pilots like went out to use a washroom or something, and I always thought they had him up there, but I guess they don't. But he went back there, and then when he tried to come back in, like I guess you could hear him like knocking on the door, right?
Yeah.
And then there was just no response from inside the cockpit.
Whoa.
From like what they could hear, and then you can hear the guy like just like trying to beat his way in, like trying to break down the door and stuff, and there's just zero response, and there's just like a descent.
Oh shit.
So like, oh my god, like when I read that, I was like, holy crap, like that has got to be the most stressful situation, right? Because you just walked out, right, to go to the washroom or whatever, and then you're like trying to get back in. It's like, okay, normal thing, like someone will open the door for you, right? And it's just like no, and you're tripping out at this point, right?
Okay.
Because like these guys don't play practical jokes at each other.
Not in a serious
No,
situation.
exactly, man.
When you got 300 lives.
Dude, and they're like, yeah, it was like 150, something like that. It's
150?
insane. It was insane.
What if something happened to him? Like maybe he had an aneurysm. You see,
Dude, something crazy. It could honestly be just something like that, right? Like that's what I thought. I was like, man, it's just gonna be something like super strange.
or it could have been more sinister.
You know what? Why would it go into like side of a mountain? Like,
So you're saying there's no way to get into the cockpit?
after like when you're outside, I think someone has to let you in from the inside. Apparently, I don't know. I'm not like a big aviation guy, but
I
as far
feel
as
like there's some sort of policy or some way to get in.
maybe I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
what if it got hijacked? What if two people got into the cockpit, kicked the pilots out? So now you're telling me
Mhm.
that those two guys are in the cockpit and there's no way to get in. That makes no sense to me.
But how would they get in, right? How would they even get in?
I guess
Apparently,
we need to
sometimes
do some research on
apparently
this.
sometimes what they do is like I don't know if it's procedure or whatnot, but they'll let like a flight attendant, like one of the flight people go out, right? Like the pilots,
Yeah.
flight people, the pilots will go out and they'll go into the washroom, and then the flight attendant will go in for them into the cockpit, and then when they need to come out, they'll let them out.
Oh.
I don't know if that happened in this case or whatnot, and I don't know if that's procedure or whatever that is. and like just trip me out. Like just imagine yourself in the situation of that pilot, like on the outside.
You know what's
just
weird?
being like, holy crap! And then if you're a passenger in the back, and you're like hearing you could probably see like down the aisle, right?
Oh, of course, but freaking out.
Yeah, and
especially
like,
if the plane's going down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's insane.
Right? I don't know. I have no
My
real.
was like a gradual descent too, like it's just and like full. I don't know, that gets to me. How are you with planes though? Are you? Like,
I love man. Like since I was young, my
Yeah.
parents have been taking me to planes, like international flights all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm great
You're
with
comfortable,
planes,
right?
dude. I'm so
Yeah.
comfortable. I love it. Minus the food. But that's regardless. I still like get a kick out of it. You know, like, oh, what is this?
I don't mind flying.
Souffle, yada yada yada.
Some
Whatever.
weird,
I don't know, some weird shit.
Weird label.
I'm down for it though. Yeah.
No, it's not bad. I've always like, I've been okay with planes. Like I'm not like, I love that like feeling of like just when you're taking off, like it's a little trippy, but then it's like that like you're like, oh, like there's that second where like you're going up and then it just kind of turns and you just kind of like lift up just a little bit, like it's so small, you're just like, I'm in space, right, or whatever it is. I love that feeling. Even in the elevator, you know what I mean? Like right when the elevator like gets to the top, it's like whizzing by and it like slows. They slow down when they stop, right? But like it just stops and you just kind of move just a little bit and you just go up like tiniest amount. I love that feeling. You're like, oh, okay.
Feel you.
I've always liked that. I like airports for some reason.
It's always a good experience, but yo, whenever you're at an airport, it's
Yeah.
for some dope shit. You're not at an airport for some lame. You're going on a trip, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's
You
what.
know what I mean?
Okay, that's been our experience so far. Right?
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't know. People hate
Like,
airports.
oh, I gotta go to San Francisco for my divorce attorney.
Yeah.
That's when it gets real.
Yeah, I hope I never have to say that. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, you probably will. 50%
I just
divorce
like how
rate
it
these
works.
days. You're not
Yeah.
special.
Just don't get married.
That's what I said.
Boom, right?
But yo,
Cultural shock.
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of current events and what's weird about the airplane thing is how did I never hear of it?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I hear of it? You go on Reddit, Malaysia is everywhere. I have not heard of this at
Dude, it's
all.
on there. It's top.
Oh, is it?
It's like top of Reddit. You might not
Is it
check
like
that.
ASAP right now just happened?
Yeah, it just happened like a couple days ago. Like,
Oh, I
maybe
didn't see that.
Saturday.
I know I went on
Maybe
Reddit a
yesterday.
couple days ago.
Yeah.
That's weird. But yo, I feel you. Okay.
Yeah.
But did you see that lady? She was a reporter.
Yeah.
I think I saw this on Reddit too. She was a reporter. She was had a story going on, and she had an aneurysm live. Died on the
camera?
scene.
Oh, dude.
Crazy,
That's so brutal.
right?
That's so brutal.
I've never seen that pop up in the news before. Some kind of story like that where
Yeah.
a reporter just drops dead.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's
That was
that's the thing. Like even like we've experienced it already. I feel like just in the age that we're in now, and like over the past couple of years or whatever. Like.
Yeah.
7 years or whatever, like seeing crazy stuff that no one in the world's ever actually seen happen live, because like everyone has a camera now, right? There's always a camera somewhere, right?
That's true.
Or like something to listen to something, right?
That's
so
true.
if anytime something really crazy happens, I feel like most of the time it's caught on tape, or there's some like video proof of it or something, right?
That's what Tyson was saying. We were watching that Grantland podcast with Mike Tyson and what was his name? Bill Simmons?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, 80s, you can do whatever. Grab some random, say, you're part of our crew now. Do whatever the hell you want. Scrap somebody around the corner.
Yeah.
Everyone has a camera. It's fucking troublesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like to
Cool, and it's,
cha-cha.
like, at the same time, kind of
in a Latin bar, yeah, with a Dominican and reasonable hyena. Yeah. I like to cha-cha, hey. I like to cha-cha.
I hope you guys like that track. You know, it makes no sense really, but our camera only records for 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, exactly. That, yeah.
So
That intermission brought to you by limiting recording
Recorded
capabilities.
capabilities.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Limiting recording capabilities. There you go.
And bad tattoo beer.
Okay, yeah, that's our next one. We should hold on, let me finish this one up.
Oh yeah, let's down this.
All right, we're back now.
Mm.
We finish up with that. Just talking about like phones and all that. But another thing, like what I love right now, and I'm kind of getting into it. I haven't heard it all completely. Is a new Kendrick album.
Ooh.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Interesting name.
Yes, it's
And
dope.
it's so artistic, it's beyond me.
No, he explains it. He actually explains it like in one of
in
the
the
tracks
album.
of it. Yeah, I think it's like the last or like
that's
second
cool.
last track.
That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't like heard it. I don't know the names of all the tracks. I never heard it all the way through, right? But that's what I'm bumping right now. That and the Cha Cha.
I need to download that, but I'm still on the Drake mixtape and the Big Sean album.
Actually, I haven't heard the Big Sean like at all. Basically,
It's so
Drake.
good.
I've been listening to some of the songs.
Yeah.
It's
Know
pretty fresh.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still
shit.
bumping J. Cole. I'm a huge J. Cole guy still.
I'm a little off the J. Cole album.
Yeah.
I mean, not
I'll get back
the fact
onto
that
it.
I don't love it,
Yeah, but you've heard it so much.
but I can't the main time I listen to music is if I'm like at the gym or something,
Oh yeah.
and
you
it
can't
doesn't
listen.
have that shock factor anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fire Squad. When I first heard that, I could
Yeah.
probably run 8 marathons in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah.
yeah. But
No.
now it's the Drake album for me, and the Big Sean album is doing it really good. What he talks about, I don't know. I love what he talks about.
Big Sean?
His drive, his work ethic, and all that stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
I haven't heard that one. Yeah. Is that the Cadillactica or is that the old one?
I have no idea what it's called, to be honest.
You just you got all the tracks and all that laid out.
Something about a fantasy.
Oh okay.
I don't know,
I
dark
heard
fantasy or some weird thing like that.
It's not Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, is it?
Loosely similar, I
Yeah.
guess. Loosely related to that,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So whatever. But yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, dude, it's dope. I like it.
It's
Like
dope.
It's dope. It's like the same thing. Like you
Yeah.
know how like when you first heard I don't know if it was the same way with you, but with me it was like when I first heard not necessarily Section 80, but his last album, Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, yo, a lot of these tracks are dope, but I wasn't really into it yet, right? The first listen, I didn't really feel it. This one, I actually like felt kind of a similar way. I was like, first listen, like, okay, whatever, right? But then as the songs progress, I was like, oh, this is fucking sick, right? I've listened to like some of the songs a couple of times, but I haven't like actually sat down and been like, oh shit, right? And that's like the next thing I gotta do is just like sit down and be like, okay, dope, right? And I feel like people don't do that as much anymore. Like they just give it like one chance, and I actually feel like I don't know, I might be off base with this, but I feel like that's where the power of like radio comes in. Like you know, everyone's like, oh, radio's dead, all that, blah blah blah, right? Like it kind of is with Spotify and all that shit. But regardless of that, I feel like that's where the power comes in because the people like just push shit music on you, and they just make you hear it like they repeat it so many fucking times that everyone's like, oh, okay, this must be good, right? Like I don't know, that's where my opinion of it comes from.
True, but radio is so predicted though. You know, there's like I don't know where I read this. I think it was a book on habits, and they were talking about how there's a certain tempo, a certain style of music, and they actually can predict whether or not it's going to be a good track. Hey Yeah by Outkast. It beat every single one of these benchmark tests. It was supposed to be the hottest track ever, but it was really hard for them to gain momentum on it. It wasn't doing well, blah, 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 but they kept on playing it. And eventually people loved it, but it took time, right?
Yeah,
So-
but I feel like that's like with a lot of like pop mixes. Like if they got that pop vibe to it, Hey Ya's an exception because Hey Ya is like super like depressing if you actually listen to it.
No, this is how it happened.
Yeah.
Hey Yeah was such a good track, but it was very hard to fit into like their rotation.
Yeah.
So what they did is they took a really popular track, played it,
and then
played Hey Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the people are in a
And
good
then-
mood already.
And then played another popular track right after, and sometimes it was the first one that they played in front of Hey Ya.
Yeah.
And then they created a habit loop,
Yeah.
and that's how they made Hey Ya as successful as it was, because
That's
it was
crazy.
by far one of the most, like I guess, predicted tracks to go
Like you're like,
huge.
oh, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be
Oh,
hot.
dude, and it flopped.
Dude, you know what? Here's the thing though, like that, cause that's actually a good song, and like I like how
It's
they
an
made it
amazing
successful
song.
like that.
Yeah.
But that same thing that like you're saying, they do that with shit songs. Like the songs I'm listening to and I'm singing along to, like I'm in the car or whatever.
Why do you
and
think
I'm
they do that?
Exactly, because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They just pump these like artists out. They don't care, right?
Exactly.
Like a lot of them are just like whatever artists, right? And like I have difficulty saying that because like I've never produced music or made music, and like you know when you put something like make something you put it out there, right? It's tough, and like I like you know I whatever that's good to you, but I can still have my opinion, and my opinion on a lot of those like radio tracks is like this is trash. Like some of them are like, man, like what the hell is this? Like I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna say I'll say one name. I'll say Iggy Azalea. Like I don't think I've heard one song from her that I'm like this is a good song. I hear these songs and I'm like I won't lie. There'll be points where I'll be like oh okay, and I'll be like what the hell is this crap, right?
I'm so fancy.
Oh my god. So, like, that's what it sounds like. Oh, like what? Like what? What is this?
It's catchy.
substance,
Those
man.
motherfuckers, they got me though. That
It's
shit is catchy,
shit.
man.
Yes. It's
But no substance, no Grammy wins should she have. And that line that J. Cole spewed,
Oh,
about how I'm sitting at the Grammys laughing at the fact that Iggy Azalea won.
Yeah.
I can't. That's
Okay,
not
okay, yeah. Watch Iggy Azalea win this Grammy and he cracks a smile, right?
Yeah, that line.
Because like she didn't win. Apparently he changed it after. Someone was telling me this the other day. He changed it after because she didn't win the Grammy, right?
She did.
No, she didn't. I thought she didn't win the Grammy.
I was pretty sure she won.
I'm pretty sure she.
TV timeout.
Fact check.
Okay.
Check it out. I'm pretty sure she didn't win, but this is what someone told me, right? This is why I think she didn't win, right? Because I don't really watch those award shows that much either. Music ones I actually like more than the Academy Awards, like the movie ones. But apparently he changed his line to like, watch Iggy not win the Grammy and I crack a smile or whatever it is, right? I'm sure there's like an N-word in there somewhere, but
Oh
I
wow.
won't be saying that. She didn't win? Did she win?
Huh. Doesn't look like
Am
she
I right?
won.
Am I right? Boom! Okay, there we
Nominated,
go. Right?
nominated.
Faith in humanity restored or what?
Results pending. Oh, that's the 2015 iHeart Music Awards. The
Oh,
Grammys,
okay.
yeah, dude. She would receive 4 nominations,
Yeah.
including Best New Artist and Record of the Year.
How
She
mad
didn't
would you
win.
be if she won that? Like, there's so many. I'm sure there's so many like, good artists out there. That
Dude, because of that J. Cole line, I thought she won it. I
No.
thought she won it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
everyone thought she was gonna win it. I think the J Cole line made it so she didn't win it. I hope so. And J Cole's probably like,
you think they
yes,
care?
yes.
Watch
Right?
Iggy win the Grammys as I try not to crack a smile.
Yeah. And then he's like, I did crack a smile.
Because
at
all
the end.
good jokes contain true shit.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Thank
See, I like
you.
lyrics
Thank
in
you, Grammys.
Yeah.
You did something very small correctly.
Yeah, something right. I don't know who they gave it to. Maybe they messed that up.
I don't
too,
even
but-
want to know because that's
Yeah.
just gonna upset me.
Yeah, probably,
but
most likely.
back.
Back? Oh my god.
Okay, I can't argue. I was talking to one of my friends
What
about
about
this. Oh, please do
Yeah.
with our spatula.
You
No,
know
it's a
what to
funny story behind the spatula. My friends, one of my closest friends, group of friends from Abbotsford came through, and they
Yeah.
wanted to give us a housewarming present. They bought us this wonderful barbecue set. It was awesome, and it has been the most clutch thing ever.
Yeah, 'cause you can
I
never
never
find the
have
goddamn-
a bottle opener.
Yeah.
And
This thing's
Oh,
perfect for it.
it's
And you
amazing.
can't lose this. Where the hell are you going to drop this and not find it?
thank you, TJ.
Perfect. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anyways, you're saying? about
What
the,
was it? What was I
about
saying?
I think it was the Grammys or something.
No, I don't want to talk about the Grammys no more.
Anymore?
Man. It's just,
Okay.
that's upsetting shit to me, man.
Yeah? You're done with
I'm
it?
done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, how'd you like those videos? I recommended to Reuben these, I'm gonna give you a little
What the
bit
fuck
more
is
there.
this?
I'm gonna give you a little bit extra there. My bad. Maybe I'm trying to get you drunk, seduce you for later. But, yeah, I recommended to you these, every frame of painting videos, right? That's a channel name. And like, just the...
Oh, the director.
Yeah, I think you won out.
Here, dude, even it out.
No, I'm good. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an editor. Yeah, he's an editor, and he kind of
Film
like
editor,
just go
right?
through.
Probably
goes
a
through
notable film editor, Tony Zhao or
something like that. I don't know how
Zoo
like what he
or
does,
something,
but
yeah.
like his like perception, like how he thinks about film. I love it.
Yeah.
Right? How awesome is that? How many did you see?
Dude, you showed me what, 3?
Yeah.
Robin Williams, Jackie Chan,
And then there was one on.
one more guy.
Oh, there was one on David Fincher. His directing
Oh,
style.
David Fincher was good.
Yeah, he's dope.
Great.
Yeah.
You know what? The intro scene, the House of Cards.
Yeah.
I love it. The time lapse and the HDR photography or whatever.
Mhm.
So good.
sick, yeah. I feel like David Fincher uses a lot of more like digital compared to film. I think most of his stuff is digital.
Do you think most people use digital nowadays?
Oh yeah, I think like
Obviously,
almost everyone
yeah.
uses
Yeah,
digital.
yeah,
There's some like
exactly.
diehards that still use film. I think it's like maybe James Cameron, but even he might be digital now. Well, because he has to be because he's doing stuff like
Yeah, you can't do the blue
Aliens,
alien
Avatar,
movie Avatar. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do that without digital.
film.
Yo,
Yeah.
how much did you spend on CGI? That was some groundbreaking shit though.
Yeah, some crazy. He's got 2 more coming up.
What,
Mhm.
Avatar?
Yeah, Avatar like 1, 2, and
Yo,
3.
I'm totally.
Apparently they're like done filming or something already. I'm not too sure, but they're like working on them right now. They're
Yo, I want to watch Avatar 1 again.
I haven't seen it in a long ass time.
Yeah.
I remember being that being
Remember
a
the hype?
dope freaking movie. Yeah,
The hype
I remember
was
the hype.
incredible.
I didn't buy into it, and I'm so glad I didn't because it made the movie better for me. That's like the number one thing for me. Like I do not want someone to overhype a movie for me, and the worst person for that is myself. Like I feel like I overhype so much shit, and like you can't go into a movie overhyped.
Okay, hey, what do you think about
Mm.
watching movies based on directors as opposed to watching a movie based on hype? lately.
I like it.
Remember when we watched what was it, Grand Budapest Hotel? And
Dude,
with
yes.
Wes Anderson?
Yes, Wes Anderson.
Do you know I went on a tirade after and just watched all of the Wes Anderson films?
Dude, he's dope.
So good. The
You're
color
welcome.
schemes, the color palettes, whatever you call it. The way he
That's like
directs
number one
it,
thing you know.
the comical wit about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
he's such a good director.
Yeah,
I
that
love his
guy
films.
from Every Frame of Painting, Tony's whatever we said his
Yeah,
name was.
yeah.
He does a thing on there like in one of the I can't remember which one it was. He discusses one of the anime like or Japanese like cartoonists, like a great director type deal, and like how he does editing, right? And he was talking about one of his things, like how Wes Anderson kind of does that like insertions so that your eye can read it faster. So like instead of like having it like there's like this one scene, you've seen the scene I'm sure in Moonrise Kingdom where there's like the kids come and they're like fighting on the hill or whatnot, and then instead of like having like the bow and arrow and like the scissors and all that, right, like actually showing it happening, right, they just made it like really quick and they just had like a quick insert, like you saw it, right, like the arrow, they show a picture of an arrow, picture of a scissor, picture of like a whatever, like a punch or whatever it was, right, and it's just like boom boom boom, like really quick, and you're like, oh shit, like, and it just gives you this like cool feel, and it's so
It's hard to explain it without the video, you know what I mean?
we gotta,
But,
like, we
yeah,
gotta
people
show
are gonna be
it.
like, what the hell are you talking about?
Check it out, trust me. Check out
What is
Every Frame
Moonrise
of Painting.
Kingdom? The fuck
Yeah.
is that? Who's Wes Anderson?
Dude, people gotta know who Wes Anderson is. He's freaking dope. And they gotta check out Every Frame of Painting. It's a great channel, and then check out Wes Anderson.
Shout out to Tony.
Tony. He's dope, man. Like, he's sick, right?
He's so good.
I love his
remember
videos.
the thing he was talking about? What was it? Jackie Chan, how they repeat the frame. So they'll do the action, and then they'll cut to a different frame, and
Different perspective, yeah.
no, they'll move it back a little bit. So in one frame, it's hit the thing,
Yeah.
and then the frame right after when they zoom up on the punch, it hasn't
Yeah.
hit the guy yet, and that creates
They'll move further back.
they'll
Yeah.
do it again,
That'll make
and
it
it
more
creates
hardcore.
more of an impact
Yeah.
compared to modern day Western films where, let's say you're watching Spider-Man and Spider-Man does a kick, and it's just like boom boom. It's just one frame. The angle doesn't change, and it doesn't look as impactful.
Yeah.
And
I
you
kinda-
notice it, dude. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's totally true.
Yeah.
I kind of hate him for that now because I'm like, shit.
Honestly,
Like,
though,
because you
it's
see it,
so-
you're like, this movie's trash, and now I know it.
It's
Before I
so
knew
hard to explain it. I just definitely suggest you watch To Frame a Painting or whatever. the hell it's
Every
called.
frame of painting.
Every Frame a Painting.
That's a great name. That's a great channel name.
What an artist.
So amazing, so amazing. Yeah, I'm the same way with it. Like, I don't know.
Did you-
That's one cool thing. Like, you learn so much more about like movies and stuff like that. Like, just sitting down. Like, I used to, you watch a movie and you're like, oh, okay, like this is whatever, and then you like realize like you're like, man, like there's no substance to it. There's no art to it, right? And that's like one thing I like about Wes Anderson. Like, you watch his movies and it's like, I don't know, it's just something different about it. Even though like they're really similar to each other in like some sense, right? Like, he's done like I don't know if like you saw Fantastic Mr. Fox or whatever. Was that like a claymation or was that like animated? I think it was claymation-ish.
I thought it was animated.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
But it was designed. It kind of like seemed like animated to look like claymation.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like half.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, but like he does that, and then he does stuff like Grand Budapest and all these other ones, right?
Budapest
But
was so good.
it's a great movie, right? And like just like some consistency he has, like the quirkiness kind of, and like the quick wit. That's like they don't really acknowledge, but it's there, right? And then like the color palettes. Like
The
you said.
dialogues are so great.
They are like
Yeah.
just the way the characters interact, right?
You know what? One of my favorite dialogue directors. I don't know if you consider him a dialogue director. I mean, he's got some really gory
Okay,
stuff.
let me guess who you think you're gonna say. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
All right,
man.
cheers to Quentin fucking Tarantino. What
I'm
a
so
goddamn
I'm so
G.
fucking down with that guy,
Right?
man. That's like Reservoir Dogs was probably like, I don't know, I fucking love that film. And like I saw Pulp Fiction first and I was like, oh, this movie's sick, and then I was like, alright, like I wanna watch something else, and then I think I don't know if I jumped straight into Reservoir Dogs, and then I watched Reservoir Dogs and I'm like, this movie's fucking sick, because like such a good movie, man. Like
I remember
just the way
watching
they talk, yeah.
Pulp Fiction. And I had never felt that way about a film before.
Yeah?
I was
Yeah.
like,
It's
what?
kind of, it's funny how like, now you say something about like Pulp Fiction or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, you popular guy. It's like,
Sorry,
oh,
I'm
you're a
sorry.
hipster, you like this movie, or, right? Like, you're a big fan of Pulp Fiction, like, oh, you're just like, whatever, right? It's like, man, no, it's a dope movie. Like, it's a straight up dope movie. I think like most people can acknowledge that now. I don't know. He's one of those guys that's sick like that. That's like, I think, actually, I don't know how popular Pulp Fiction was out of the gate. I'm sure it was pretty popular, but
Bro, I was, what was it, 1994?
I'm not too sure.
I got
I
TV
wouldn't.
time off for this shit, dude. I
Yeah.
gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
Because 1994 was the best year from American film.
Was it really?
They claim that 1994 was the best year from
Who else
American
came out in '94?
film. Let's type it.
Was one of the Terminators in '94?
1994
I'm not sure.
American films.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Watch. This list is gonna blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah.
What year was Fight Club? That's another movie. I actually I don't know about Pulp Fiction, but Fight
Okay.
Club, I know out of the gate didn't do so hot.
I'm just gonna tell you the ones that I know.
Yeah.
Well, Above the Rim.
Okay. Tupac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ace
No.
Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah, hey, that was a funny movie, man. I love that movie.
Now let's go to B.
Yeah.
Beverly
good.
Hill Cops 3, not really necessarily the best. Blue Chips, that was actually a
Blue
decent
Chips?
movie.
Okay. Okay, I haven't seen one that's like the crazy
Hold on, I'm
movie.
gonna do best 1994 films.
Oh, okay.
Because
Because you don't want to go through them all like that.
yeah, this
Okay,
is
fair
freaking
enough.
A to Z, dude. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. I don't know. When did you first watch Fight Club? Like, did you see it like relatively? I actually don't know.
Lion King 94.
Okay, boom. There you go. That just crushes everything else. I love The Lion King.
Oh, here, the highest grossing films of 1994. You want to guess what's number one?
What?
The Lion King.
Lion King. Okay, yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump was '94.
True Lies.
Okay.
The Mask. Speed.
First Mask. Wait, so Ace Ventura and The Mask came out in '94?
The Flintstones.
Jim Carrey was killing it.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and
Jim
Dumber
Carrey
was
again?
Dude, he's three. He had three. He might. Okay, I guarantee you. Then he
Hold
was
up,
the highest grossing actor.
True Lies was Jim Carrey?
No, it wasn't. Jim Carrey wasn't True Lies.
So what was that 3?
Oh,
The Mask.
you also said
Dumb and
earlier.
Dumber.
You also said earlier that what was the other movie you said? Shoot, The Mask. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura. That's the other one you said earlier.
Oh yeah.
That was
that's
him,
right.
right?
That's right. That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, dude.
So it's 3. He must have been the highest grossing actor that year, and then he just went woo, crashed.
Not in my mind.
We had the Cable Guy too.
And
I
guess
love that
who?
movie.
Guess who won in the Cannes Film Festival that year?
It's gotta be Lion King.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that came out in '94.
94.
Oh, okay, that's
Yo,
dope.
I'm telling you, man. It is one of the best years for American film.
I was like 2 years old. I'm 92, right? So I was like mad young. I didn't see any of these movies till I was like at least like
Naked Gun.
above 10. I was probably like 12 years old when I saw some of these movies for the first time. Actually, no, Lion King I would have seen probably the first one out of those movies. Above the Rim, I don't think I saw it till I was like 15 or
I
something.
watched Above the Rim the other day.
That's a great movie, man.
So good.
It's so sick.
So good.
Tupac's a boss. Actually, in Kendrick's album, right, like we were talking about before, there's like this cool like Tupac, like not a cameo, but like the way he cuts in like Tupac interviews and shit. You'll love it. You go listen to it.
What?
It's like the end. I think it's his last track. At the end of his last track.
Who?
Kendrick's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So last track of Kendrick's album. Like, I think it's last track.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Man or something. I'm not too sure if that's the track, but he's got like a thing where like he says this thing and he's like talking to someone and you're like, is that Tupac? And you're like, shit, that's Tupac, right? It's just like cool how you kind of cut it together. You're like, yeah, you gotta go listen to it.
I read one of these. I think it was a Mike interview, or not interview, but an article about the album,
Mhm.
and they said that Kendrick credited Tupac for letting him be who he is today, or something like that. So
Yeah.
whatever he's done, he credits Tupac. In my eyes, that's fair. I mean,
Spanish
Kobe
cuisine
Bryant
we
credits
prepare.
Jordan.
You're beautiful, yeah. We just moving it well. I like to cha-cha, hey. I like to cha-cha, hey. With it to me, can very simple. I like to cha-cha, hey. In a Latin bar, yeah. With it to me, can resemble Spain. I'ma tell all my boys about you mañana. Hope this is your number, I'm calling you mañana. Hopefully you come here with me mañana. We can try between the sheets mañana. I'ma tell all my boys about you mañana. Hope this is your number, I'm calling you mañana.
Cha-cha!
Oh, I love this track. So good.
Okay, so that was our, what was it?
This is like
Our,
technical difficulty shit.
yeah, our technical difficulty intermission brought to you by limited capabilities. That's what we're calling it. Limited capabilities, right?
Limited
At the
recording
moment.
capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. LRC.
LRC. So that was our limiting
Mind you, this is about.
recording capability.
We've
LRC.
recorded about 40 minutes of content that we just fucked up on. We can't show you because it didn't record properly.
But trust us, it was the best thing in the
Right?
world.
It was amazing conversation. You would be scintillated by it.
Oh my god, it would change your life.
But
dude.
we suck at our jobs.
Yeah, that's the only
So-
problem. But we had a great conversation, so yay.
Yeah,
us.
well, we talked about. What did we talk about? I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah. Regardless of that.
But we like to cha-cha.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
let's
be
do it again.
dude, I'm gonna be cha-chaing so much this summer. Like K-Town summers, K-Town, Kelowna summers, Okanagan summers, amazing. Like
How can you disagree with that?
okay, good. I was like, I thought you were gonna try. I was like, I will crush you. Like, try it. I will like really destroy you. Right? Like I will bring up like like empirical evidence and everything. Right? Like
The springs are drab though.
yeah.
Springs are horrendous.
Springs are bad.
Look at this. What is it? It's raining for the past 2 days. Am I in Abbotsford right now?
Yo,
What is this garbage?
if it doesn't rain here, right, for like a little bit in the spring, the summer's just brown, right? Like you need a little bit of green.
That's true.
Right?
Plus, we don't want smokiness everywhere and
no, that's
forest
the
fires.
thing.
and all
That's
that
the one
garbage.
trippy thing about our summers, man. Like the fires.
That sucks.
That's the one thing. We get mad fires in like the area. Like
yeah.
that. The one big fire. Like you've probably heard about it, right? Like
Last year we had a freaking huge one.
that one was pretty big too. But like this one, like actually came across the mountains and it like.
Was that
Nice.
03?
I think it was 03, 04, I'm pretty sure. And then we
Okay.
had another one at like 07, something like that. I'm not too sure.
Alex Field was telling me about a
Oh.
really big one you
Yeah.
guys had a while ago.
I think that was 03, 04. That one was crazy.
And that's where West Kelowna was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
back
West
away,
Kelowna
West
and like
Kelowna.
on the Mission area-ish, it was
Oh,
insane.
man,
You
that's
could see
bad,
the
right?
flames from my house. Like I lived in southwest Rutland.
Oh,
And
really? That far?
Kind of near the Belgrade
Wow.
area, you could see like the flames kind of. It was kind of crazy.
How was the
You can see
air
it like, oh my
quality?
god, the flames are right there, but like you could see like a glow. I mean, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's bad in itself.
Yeah, it was trippy, like
Dude.
very crazy. Everyone left. We got evacuated for a little bit. I don't know if we were on evacuation, like okay, you have to evacuate. Or we were on evacuation warning, and we just decided to like grab our stuff and go.
Smart.
Dude, it's tricky,
well,
man.
in
It's
Rutland, honestly, there's no
Yo,
risk.
There's
No risk for a fire in Kelowna.
like
Get rid.
inside. Yeah, it's like
Well,
rare
what's-
for a forest fire to get in.
No
there.
way. There's no way that Rutland's gonna burn or that this area is gonna burn or anything like that.
Well, dude, that
It's the- it's
once
the
that
peripheral areas.
the Belgrade area catches, right? If like the
Yeah.
Belgrade's got a lot of forest, it can come into Rutland. Like
Rutland?
it couldn't come very far.
I don't think so.
It could be just on the outside of Rutland because Rutland's like it's mainly inside, right? And then the Belgrade area's got some of that forest stuff, so it could get a little bit crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah, but it usually
Or just cause damage by the peripheral heat
exactly
and ash
yeah.
and all that garbage.
Ash,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The ash can be pretty crazy. We got like it's crazy about that, like how they coordinate like those firefighters and everything, man. Like you have firefighters come from all over the place, and like you see like the planes like picking up and everything. Like it's kind of surreal, like hearing on the radio, like okay, like keep your boats out of like the air, like out of the way of like the planes that are picking like the water up, or the helicopters picking water up and dumping it, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little surreal. I love how I was like, yo, K-Town summers, Kelowna summers, man, they're the best thing ever. Oh, we get so many fires, it's horrible. But it's not
Well-
like, always in this area and all that. And
No,
when it
necessarily.
happens, it can be bad.
But the Okanagan is a huge region. Thompson,
is.
Okanagan is a massive
It's
region,
crazy,
right?
man.
So,
Like,
and we can't even blame it on irresponsible campers all the time.
not all the time.
Lightning storms do happen.
Yeah.
Thunderstorms happen in July,
Yeah.
in August, June
It
even.
gets so dry, yeah.
Right?
It's crazy.
So it's unfortunate in that sense.
well, you never get just the good. You get the good and the bad, right? And
Well-
that's one thing, like, I still would never, like, no one's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be living in the Okanagan for that one reason or whatnot, right?
Right.
They're gonna be
Oh,
like,
forest fires?
Yeah.
Maybe a chance of forest fires.
Yeah.
Might have to breathe some smokiness.
Yeah.
Fuck the Okanagan.
Yeah.
I'm going to Surrey.
Yeah. Hell
no offense to Surrey.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
no
could say
one-
Mission, Abbotsford, Chilliwack.
No one is making that decision.
But really, no one's ever
Yeah.
going to Chilliwack. Let's get real. Chilliwack sucks.
I used to friend with Chilliwack. I didn't say anything about Chilliwack, alright? It stinks.
The whack.
It stinks. Yeah.
That's funny.
This is a very local portion of the podcast.
Yes.
So
Brought to you by Kelowna.
brought to you by Kelowna. Yeah, let's keep it local. Yeah.
Think local, act global.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
That's our Tanzania pitch right
That's
there.
your Tanzania pitch? Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, we're doing a campaign where we're building a washroom for a school in Tanzania.
Yeah.
And basically, if we don't get this washroom built, school might get shut down, which is horrible because the parents, teachers, because it's just horrendous conditions, dude.
Oh, okay.
They can't sustain a school there without an actual washroom. A lot of kids come through. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to raise funds for the school to build this washroom. And what's awesome is that
how are you raising funds?
we're raising funds by going to businesses and just asking people for every pound that we lose in the next 30 days.
Yeah.
They will hook us up with like $2 a pound, $5 a pound. There's 4 of us. The whole campaign is really spearheaded by Nicole Esligar and Kula UBCO, who's already raised $8,000, right?
Yeah.
But we need an additional $2,000 just to finish it. So Nicole Esligar, she's amazing, and she did this out of the kindness of her own heart.
Yeah.
And Tom McCauley, who's also a guy that's really advocating for this to be completed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. So
what are you guys actually what are you guys doing? Just lose weight? Are you guys doing the Knox Mountain track every morning?
We're doing everything.
Yeah.
On the weekends we're doing the Knox because a lot. So essentially we're targeting these boutique fitness places downtown. Right now Spinco has hooked us up with 2 weeks of spin classes.
Oh shit.
Now spin classes are actually awesome. They play dope music. It's dim lights and stuff, and she's like, go, 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 turn up, and all this.
This is hard, man. I did one of those random ones at my gym a while back, just random ones boot camp type deals, and just did a spin class, and I was I was dead, I was exhausted. that was when I was in shape, not now, right?
Right.
That was when I was actually in shape.
Not that I'm saying you're out of shape now.
Well,
I'm not agreeing with you like you're fat or something. I'm just saying, right.
Yeah, no, exactly. Those are tough, man. That's sick that you're doing that though.
No, it's awesome. It's good. Inherently good. I don't know, education, especially in third world countries, I think is super important because these guys are the people that have the passion, man. They understand what it's like to be at the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
You can say that about Chinese people, Indians, all this stuff, right? They don't have the luxuries that we have.
Yeah.
We can't just, let's say, I want to go eat
in the rural places, right?
Of course.
In the big cities it's different.
Well, yeah, Johannesburg, Mumbai, Beijing. Of course, you got the richest of the rich, obviously controlling stuff. And you get the poor too, but I mean, in these rural areas, especially in Africa, where they need a washroom or their education will be eradicated.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, right? So we need to make sure that we do those things, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
on that note,
actually,
we're finishing
on
up
that
our
note,
class conversations. Thanks for coming in with us, guys. We're gonna finish with the cha-cha and a little bit of dance with all of our boys. Let's bring it in.
Are we gonna play cha-cha?
Yeah, we're gonna finish with the cha-cha. Bring it in. This is all the boys here. Pizza night. I think it's the end of our Saturday night.
Cha-cha! Cha-cha! Cha-cha!
My drunk people just showed up.
Cha-cha! Cha-cha!
I like to cha-cha. I like to cha-cha. Little Dominican, and both Cayenne. I like to cha-cha. I like to cha-cha. Like the chameleon, just hanging with Miss Prince.